But by 8, by 9 a.m., and that place has become a bedlam. And you see, I like to say it even becomes, graduates to become a cacophonous bedlam in the evening. Some of us who drive around that place find it difficult to navigate because street traders would have taken over the place everywhere. Is that the way to run a city like Ibadan, the largest city, the south of the Sahara? What are we doing about that? I thought I should ask you really what we should do. Is it the government that is not doing enough, or is it the fact that is it the people that are becoming recalcitrant and refusing to be relocated? What exactly are the questions? And that's what I'm pushing to you today. Okay, so remember that last week the governor of Oyo State, Engineer Seyi Makinde, dissolved his cabinet. Relieving 17 commissioners of their duties and also the chief of staff. So we have an appointment here. It's in the newspapers, but you can use the Punch as your basis, just as I am doing now. Makinde appoints Segun Ogunwuyi, Chief of Staff. The governor of Oyo State, Seyi Makinde, has appointed Segun Ogunwuyi as his new Chief of Staff. The appointment, which takes immediate effect, was announced via a letter signed by the Secretary to the State Government, Mrs. Olubamiwo Adeosun. The Chief Press Secretary to the Governor, Mr. Taiwo Adisa, revealed in a statement that Ogunwuyi was in 2019 named the Executive Assistant to the Governor on Investment. The Obafemi Awolowo University graduate, who holds a Master's of Business Administration (MBA), is a certified accountant and financial consultant. He once served as the Director General of the Oyo State Investment and Public-Private Partnership Agency, during which he handled a series of investment initiatives, including the alternative project funding approach. Ogunwuyi was in 2015 elected to represent the Ogbomoso North, South, and Uri Federal Constituency in the House of Representatives after serving in the Oyo State House of Assembly. So the headline here: Makinde appoints Ogunwuyi, Segun Ogunwuyi, as Chief of Staff. So what do you think about that? So we're still waiting for appointments of commissioners, for the second part of, the first term of the governor. At least he has, statutorily 8 years. But, he has to, first of all, fulfill the first part of it. So let's hear from you as well. So I have three matters: the accident at Malete Bode, and, the questions about protecting marketplaces or relocating markets that are, by the side of the road. In my own growing up days, I grew up partially in Sokoto and partially in Calabar. I know that you needed to trek some distance to get to the market, really. I'm not sure whether that's still true of those places, but I know that in those days, that was what we had. In many places, there are concentration of markets. But, in Ibadan, you have markets, splinters of markets here and there. So if even at that, isn't it possible, or is it possible to protect those places to make sure that vehicles that lose control don't get to, make incursions into these markets and kill people? Not just kill people, but also destroy people's wares. You know that people have made investments, really, committed, taken loans from microfinance, banks and the rest of it to fund their stores, to stock their stores up. So, there are many angles to these matters. But I think we should talk about it, shouldn't we? All right, still talking points on Splash FM here in the city of Ibadan. And I have in the house, Goke. How are you doing, Goke?
I'm fine, Michael.
Okay, Goke, welcome.
I'm fine.
Afro Nelly, one is also here. All right, take the microphone and talk to me. Okay, so you were trying to run away from me, right? Okay, so the question I asked, I thought I should start with you, really.
Oh my Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, I know you are an environmentalist, you are a climate champion and the rest of it. I want you to help us. How do you relate to having splinters of markets in many places and preponderance of what you call street trading? How do you react to that situation when you see one?
Well, it's quite encouraging because it allows for low scale marketers, small scale rather, to make ends meet.
Okay.
Because not everyone has 100,000, 200 to actually rent a shop. And it also makes it easy for me. I love to cook, eat fresh stuff. So I just want to walk out the street and get something fresh.
Okay.
At a cheaper rate though, like I will get in the main market, almost the same price. But then because of safety, like you highlighted earlier on, it could be protected actually. I think I'd like to commend my governor for taking that initiative. Currently in Rivers State, every market is now protected because there are metal gates.
Yeah.
The whole stretch of any market settlement, any place located as market has that. So it also prevents, before you see people come on the roads, it's maybe at night.
Yeah.
But during the day when everybody's busy, it's now getting orderly. I mean, we're almost there. It's a process because people need to get used to it with all the road constructions is doing now. And then a few times, I think once or twice, we've had the incident about vehicles losing control.
Yeah.
So those gated slides protect the people.
Okay.
So it's like a wager
from
the vehicle into the market areas. So yes, protection is very key. But taking away the street trading may be very impossible.
Maybe very impossible.
Yes,
Wow.
that's the reality.
That's a big verdict. Okay. What do you think?
Well, I will start from where she stopped. For me, taking away street trading may not be impossible because
But it will be difficult,
everything is difficult. Nothing comes easy. But I feel if we set the standards there, and we have a good and workable framework, we can get to achieve anything. Till tomorrow, we still have the testament or the testimony of, challenge. If they will have informed you before that those traders would not be outside on the road, we will always argue. In fact, we had discussions at work and we're saying, look, these people cannot live here. It's not possible for any government to take them away. But you look at the structures and you look at, the framework that they put there. The question that we are all asking ourselves is, so can we be this sane? We can be sane. If the government wants us to be sane, let's look at this studio now. I don't mean there is a loophole there or there's a hole there for someone to just pass out and just go and get something. You may actually want to do that maybe because it's faster and easier. But there is a structure that makes sure that you pass through the door and no other place.
Okay.
If we can put that structure down. Importantly, I think there's one thing that we are not looking at. Marketplaces will always occur, especially when it comes to human gathering. I did my BA thesis, road transportation in Oyo town, from 1906 to 1936, and I was looking at there is a nexus, there is a connection between road transportation and marketplaces.
Okay.
Especially at bus stops and rest. You just see that if you have a particular bus stop, market will just grow up from someone that just sell petty things and it becomes larger. The point that I'm making, and one of the things that I noticed throughout my research, was that there is what they call visibility plan, especially when we construct roads. If we construct roads, there are certain meters that you leave aside because likely maybe the road might want to expand for safety and the rest. You don't see that. And all of these road constructions, they have their plans, laid out straight. If you go to Ministry of Roads and Transportation, if you go and request for a particular road and the design,
there's always a master plan.
There is always a master plan. Can we get this? Secondly, our people must understand. Of course, it's always easy for some of us. Like she said, she just wants to get things quickly. Before you drop from the Keke Morua, you've already ordered for Pomo. And as you are dropping, they are giving you the Pomo straight up. Everybody wants things very, very easy like that. But the truth of the matter is safety comes first. You only talk about your business when you are alive. And I keep telling people, in fact, some people, when they ask me to buy, I say, I'm not going to buy for you. If you can risk your life and just stand like this. You know, at that particular place, a challenge, people with, you know, what do they call it now? Grinding, higher. They were there, all on the road. And I'm saying there's no space. So the truth of the matter is, if we want to do it, we will do it.
All right.
Safety comes first. Our people must understand. Our government must understand.
Safety first. So,
Yeah.
so we are going to, you know, the antidote, the solution here is maybe put, iron or steel, maybe gates or steel barriers so that when vehicles lose control, while we still work on alternatives for them.
Yeah, while we work on it, like you said, we can relocate so many markets. Like so many markets that we can relocate them.
All right. So
The former governor of Oyo State has shown it. You know, they've moved all the people that kill cars all around in the state to Akinyele.
Yeah.
While he was starting it, everybody was shouting that no, it's not possible. People will still violate. But till tomorrow in Ibadan, you cannot get cow. You can't just kill cow anyway. You go to Akinyele.
All right.
So we can do it.
All right, so the gale of abductions here continues. Breaking. This is the punch. 17 abducted Kaduna Baptist students return. Over 100 still missing. You'd like to say. No fewer than 17 kidnapped students of Bethel Baptist High School, Kaduna, have returned. Police Public Relations Officer ASP Mohammed Jalije has said. The Punch. The Punch has reported that gunmen attacked the school located at Damishi town of Chikum, local government area in Kaduna State, and took away scores of students. A teacher at the school, Emmanuel Paul, told AFP that the bandits took away 165 students. On his part, the chairman, Christian Association of Nigeria, Kaduna chapter, Reverend John Hayab, told News Agency of Nigeria that as of Friday, there were 180 boarding students in the school. Okay, News Agency of Nigeria quoted police PRO Jalije saying 17 of the students have been rescued. So you have about over 100 still hanging out there. Whoa. How do you react to some of these matters? How do you react to this? Abductions continue, but what do we do?
Well, I think at the moment it's now like a business.
Like a business.
Yes.
So we have to find a way around it.
Well, the way is for the leaders to do what they have to do. They know what to do. It's up to them to do what they have to do.
All right. And what we have to do at this moment is to take a break, a commercial break. At the moment on the program Talking Points, you can watch us on Facebook, okay? And I'll open the phone lines when we come back. Please don't go away.
Them say your ginger, now pepper them style. Show them say you sabi your legwork moves. Beba there. Get there as it is hot with extra spice. Oh shit. With the confirmed taste of bold ginger. Show them your ginger.
Bold ginger, now the confirmed soft drink. We get spicy taste that keeps you refreshed. Bold soft drink also there for orange, tropical, and bitter lemon flavor for all your jolliment. Bold ginger, show your ginger.
Don't worry, Ma. He'll be home on time, just like his dad.
Are you sure?
Yes, Ma. I'm cooking their favorite jollof with Sonia tomato mix. They are here.
Hey, is that jollof ready?
See? Right on time.
Your loved ones will always rush home for tasty meals prepared with Sonia tomato mix.
Mommy, the jollof is yummy.
I wouldn't miss this jollof for anything.
It's so good eating together with a family.
Yes, Ma. All thanks to Sonia.
Sonia tomato mix brings you together. Proudly Nigerian.
Olúwa yóò ṣohun gbogbo tó fẹ́ o, àṣẹ ń bẹ lẹ́nu wòlíì rẹ̀, Prọfẹ̀sà Òjó, ọmọ lójú Jésù.
It's
ìsọjí orí afẹ́fẹ́ ti dé. gbogbo wa ká máa kíra wa kú oríire. bí olúwa ti ń bẹ tí ẹ̀mí rẹ̀ wá. ọgbọ̀n ìṣẹ́jú ọ̀tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ ni wòlíì ọlọ́run Prophet Sam Ojo ọmọ lójú Jésù bàbá sẹ́gẹ̀dógó tó fi máa wàásù gbàdúrà fún gbogbo ènìyàn láti túnde jáde. mú wa wọnú ògo titun pẹ̀lú ìfàmì òróró yàn tún wòlíì ọlọ́run aláyé Prophet Sam Ojo ọmọ lójú Jésù bàbá sẹ́gẹ̀dógó lórí ìkànnì yìí Splash 105.5 FM láàrin aago mẹ́wàá alẹ́ sí aago mẹ́wàá àbọ̀ alẹ́ lójoojúmọ́. gbogbo ìgbòkègbodò rẹ látàárọ̀ gbọ́dọ̀ yọrí sí rere. èṣù ò gbọ́dọ̀ gba eré ọwọ́ rẹ dànù. ó ṣe pàtàkì kó wà nínú ẹ̀mí. láago mẹ́wàá alẹ́ pẹ̀lú wòlíì ọlọ́run tí náà ẹ̀mí mímọ́ ń jó bulabula nínú ẹ̀. Prophet Sam Ojo ọmọ lójú Jésù. ó di dandan kó o ní testimony. tó o bá ti ń gbọ́ gbà bẹ́ẹ̀. Jésù lolúwa.
A fully furnished, nice and comfortable hostel accommodation in University of Ibadan, or a place for seminars and executive trainings at the same venue? You do not have to worry. Adebayo Akonde Hall suits your lodging needs and provides you a home away from home. Adebayo Akonde Hall is a 4-star hostel built in a serene environment with constant supply of electricity. It has fully furnished rooms that gives you great comfort at an affordable price. Adebayo Akonde Hall is located at Ajibode Extension, University of Ibadan. To make reservations, visit www.adebayohall.com or call the numbers 0805-699-8718, 0805-699-8719, 0805-699-8720. Adebayo Akonde Hall. Built for comfort. Built for you.
Every day we dey grind, traffic everywhere. The hustle must continue, but not on an empty stomach.
Try the new Gala Classic today. It's bigger, meatier, and tastier. All for 100 naira only. Gala Classic, more to fuel your hustle. Splash FM 105.5.
It's still talking points on Splash FM here in the city of Ibadan. 0809 155 1055, 0805 699 8678, and 0706 949 3000. Those are the numbers. We'll attend to your calls as soon as they come in. Okay, but meanwhile, a few other items in the news, and then we'll open the phone lines, or we go to the phone lines. Okay, so there's this story here that I thought we should, really, chat about. Okay, so Southern governors meet in Lagos today on Kanu Igboho. That's what Vanguard says. So the rearrest of Nnamdi Kanu, leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, and the recent attack on Yoruba freedom fighter Sunday Adeyemo, also known as Sunday Igboho, are expected to top the agenda as 17 Southern governors meet in Lagos State today. Okay, so the meeting, which is a follow-up to the last one held in Asaba Delta State on May 11th, will also deliberate and review the state of the nation as it affects the geopolitical zone. Okay, so that's the Vanguard, right? The Vanguard, places the headline this way: Southern governors meet in Lagos today on Kanu Igboho. But the Nigerian Tribune of today still says Sunday Igboho, Nnamdi Kanu, not for discussion as Southern governors meeting commences. Okay, so the Southern Nigeria Governors Forum meeting scheduled to hold at Lagos State Government Secretariat at Lausa, Ikeja, Lagos has commenced. Feelers have it that issues surrounding Yoruba activist Sunday Igboho and IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu may not be discussed. Ondo State Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu, who is coordinating the meeting, addressed journalists briefly before the closed-door meeting. Akeredolu, who welcomed his other governors to the Center of Excellence, assured that the outcome of the meeting will be made known in the communique at the end of the meeting. So the Tribune's perspective here says Sunday Igboho, Nnamdi Kanu, not for discussion. Our Southern Governors meeting commences. Okay, so talk to us if you can. Okay, 0809 155 1055, 0805 699 8678, and 07069 949 3000. Remember last week also that the National Assembly passed the PIB, the Petroleum Industry Bill. I'll come to it in a moment. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello.
Hello, good afternoon. You're welcome to Talking Points today. What's the name, please?
This is Oluwasami.
Mr. Oluwasami? Yes, sir.
Now, I want to put a suggestion. Maybe to the United Nations, maybe a separate space to be paid for Southern Kano. Maybe something like that to tell the type of perennial crisis that is. Since people like Erufai, even our president, they are terrorist apology. I don't think.
Hello. Hello.
So that is my point.
Hello, Mr. Oluwasami. I think that it will be a long shot for you to be saying the president and El-Rufai are terrorist apologists. I think you need to apologize for that. You are just making very strong allegations against the persons and offices that these people occupy. I think we need to be civil, okay? All right. Thank you very much for calling. All the same. Hello. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mr. Michael.
Easy, let's talk easy.
Yes, I think our Southern governors, I think they are tied between their ambition and the ambition of the people. They are tied between their ambition and the wish of the people. There's no how they will not discuss Kanu and Igboho in Amitu. If not, that it is not defeated. Because there are people in the South who are followers of these guys. And they are agitated because of the killing.
All right.
You are the governor, you want to make it can't work. Without the people, they are nothing. I'm talking about the governor. Without the people, they are nothing. So
okay.
Mm-hmm. So okay. You sideline some, you talk about one issue and you sideline some other burning issue, because the burning issue now is the same thing with the land problem and also the agitation.
Okay.
They need to go in hand, because the unity, this year, Mr. Michael, I want to let the Yorubas and Igbo know that we will be wasting our time when Yorubas are blasting IPOP and IPOP. Look, these guys will manipulate us with our division and they will conquer the South. This is when we need the solidarity between the Igbos and Yorubas, and the Southern should unite and speak with one voice against these people. That is advice. So
thank you very
much.
Thank you very much for calling. Okay, on Facebook, streaming live. So if you go to Splash FM 105.5 Ibadan on Facebook, you'll find us there. And thanks to you, Bayo Deodubanjo engineer. Thank you very much for watching. Okay, we have Awuyemi Samuel Bemileke as well watching. Karim Lukman Okpeyemi, thank you for your message. And Oluwadamilola Ojedepo, as well as Anyike. Thank you very much for reaching out to us on Facebook. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
You're welcome to Talking Points today. What's the name, please?
My name is Oluwole.
Mr. Oluwole, let's talk very quickly, sir.
Yes. My contribution is about the president. I challenge, when you say you rescue something from somewhere, it must have been a tussle to rescue. When they were rescuing, did any resistance? Who were those that were captured before those children were rescued? Police know that they rescued. People rescued, or they were released, or they just found them wandering in the bush or in the forest. So they are telling us they had rescued some students. They rescued them. Where were they rescued from? Whose den were they to be? Then those doctors whom those children were rescued from.
Okay.
So I think the police should know the right word to use. They should be intentional and deliberate about what they use.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for calling, Mr. Oluwole. They're calling. Okay, so did they rescue them? Was there a battle between the security forces and these kidnappers? So was anybody arrested? Why? And so on and so forth. Okay, let's take this call before we go back to the papers. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
You're welcome to Talking Points today.
Thank you. This is Ayiko. I'm calling from Ilara.
Ayiko, let's talk.
I want to comment about people who take over and just PhD certificate. You know, this is highly commendable. If Olusegun has ever been a good leader, and his life is worthy of emulation by Nigerians. You know, Edinburgh is a progressive discovery of ignorance. There has never been a time when there will be a controversy about the candidate of Olusegun. This is what Nigerians need to emulate.
Ayoko, hello, Ayoko. The story that I read out is not about educational qualification. It's about whether he indeed is planning to float a political party or not. And there's a statement from his media aide to say that Chief Olusegun Obasanjo is not thinking about floating a political party. I think we should speak in that light.
Yes, but you made mention of a PhD certificate.
So I did not mention PhD certificate. I didn't mention PhD certificate. I choose my words very carefully. I said Chief Olusegun Obasanjo PhD. That was what I said.
Okay, yes, that's what I'm saying. For as old as the Baba is, for it to have gotten that PhD certificate is very, very commendable.
Ayeko, thank you very much for calling.
That's what I'm saying.
Thank you very much for calling, Ayeko. I guess that you just want to dwell on something that is not in the news. This is PANDEF. PANDEF rejects PIB, demands immediate reversal of provisions. I read that story. It's in the Punch, okay? And it's just as you have it in many other newspapers. National leader of PANDEF. By the way, PANDEF should be Pan-Niger Delta Forum, right? Okay, Chief Edwin Clark said this at a media briefing. So Pan-Niger Delta Forum has rejected recently passed petroleum industry bill describing its provisions as unjust, satanic, and provocative. The national leader of PANDEF, Chief Edwin Clark, said this at a media briefing in Abuja on Monday. He said that the bill as passed was part of a larger plot to continue the subjugation of the people of the Niger Delta by international oil companies and their northern collaborators. Clark specifically noted that the provision of 30% of profits for further frontier oil exploration in the north calls to question claims by the current regime that it was working towards an economy away from oil. Clark, who was represented at the press conference in Abuja by PANDEF National Policy Secretary Ken Robinson, said the oil companies will face a difficult operational environment if the bill was not revisited and the concerns of the people of the region properly addressed. The National Assembly had on Thursday last week passed the PIB after roughly 13 years. The bill was first sent to the National Assembly in 2008 by late President Umar Yar'Adua. Okay, so there has been this question about the host communities taking, I think was from 5% was reduced to 3%. There was another 10%, allocated to some, places, locations where you have a passage of pipelines, and then this frontier 30%. I've read a review of this by KPMG. I've read a review of it, and very fantastic revelation, if you like. But you see, one thing about the PIB is that it has traveled much, and putting it to rest will require a big. Hello. Yes, it will require a big resolution. Hello, good afternoon. Comrade Sado, let's talk.
Now, there's one thing we're seeing in this part of the world. People at the city, at Idemo, whatever, IPOP, they don't really want to go. We are really seeing their issues to the government. Rather than find a way of listening to ourselves and discuss on a round table, we always use us to do everything. Then that's please go and investigate this matter. It was the news that the federal government wants to retreat the recording and election results, all land records.
transmission that they want to stop it. We cannot be moving from better to worse because my feeling is that APC is losing and they want to go back to the old days whereby to have a response interference there, announced on air, transmitted on air. They want to stop it. So Nigeria to start against it. Thank you very much.
All right, Comrade Sadwe Modagbe there. Thank you very much for that. It's been in the news, of course, that there's this proposal to amend the electoral, the Electoral Act Amendment Bill. Had been on the table even before the 2019 election. I remember that it was, the bill, the amendment was to, make it possible for e-voting and some of the other, introductions that are coming on account of technology and information technology and the rest of it. I saw that part that you are talking about. I've seen it in circulation really, that the National Assembly is about removing that part of it, that clause that says that it must be transmitted, online. Okay. It is still a bill in motion. Let's see, how we get to understand it. I've not been able to sit down to study it also. I'm hoping that we'll be able to do that soon. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon, Mr. Michael. Well done.
You're welcome to Talking Points today.
Yes. My name is Bakari. I'm calling from Olomi Academy here in Ibadan.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes, I actually want to make a contribution relating to accident that happened at Bode.
Yes, sir.
Relating to the market women on the street. Yes. There was a question you asked that is it possible for people to stop selling things on the street? Yes, it is possible. It is possible. And for us to achieve that very fast, broadcast media platforms has a role to play. I want to remind you, during the period of pandemic, actually every radio stations were actually coming up with jingles to enlighten people about the need to use face masks, maintain social distancing and all that. So if broadcast media stations can as well take that initiative without even waiting for government to come and sponsor such jingles, it will go a long way in influencing our society. So that's my contribution. Thank you.
Mr. Bakari, thank you very much for that contribution. It is indeed gone really notch high and higher indeed. Okay, so, the media houses, we have responsibilities to society. And I guess that that is one of them. That's one of those responsibilities that we are bringing to the microphone. That's why we're talking about it. And essentially, we play our own part. We're expecting citizens to also be responsive to our messages on this matter. Okay, so on that matter, we want to take a break, okay? It's still Talking Points on Splash FM here in the city of Ibadan. Please don't go away. Commercial break it is.
Do you know that you have the right to quality broadcasting? The National Broadcasting Commission says any person, group of persons, or organization aggrieved by the content of a broadcast or the conduct of a broadcast station may lodge a complaint to the station and all right to the Director General, National Broadcasting Commission, number 20, Ibrahim Taiwo Street, Asokoro, Abuja, or send a mail via info@nbc.gov.ng. Please ensure that your complaint includes name of the broadcast station, title of the program, date and time of broadcast, and essence of the complaint. Also, remember to include your name, address, telephone number, email, and append your signature. Note that your complaint must reach the NBC within 14 days of the queried broadcast. NBC, your right to quality broadcasting.
Every step you take, every move you make.
So, when it comes to investing, what do you look out for in a company?
See, it's the competence for me. They should have a track record of success in the past.
For me, it's their client base. How many clients do they have signed on? I mean, thousands of people can't be wrong.
They have to care about me. Only a company that truly cares can really look out for my interests.
At ARM, we want to help you achieve your goals because when you succeed, we succeed. Visit www.arm.com.ng and let's talk. ARM, invested in your tomorrow.
Invested in your tomorrow.
Hip hip hooray! It's the 14th Splash 105.5 FM anniversary public lecture and the 82nd birthday of the founding chairman. Splash 105.5 FM, the integrity station, Chief Adebayo Akonde, MFR, the Abese Olubadan of Ibadan land. Holding on the 7th of July 2021 at the Trenchard Hall, University of Ibadan. Time 11 a.m. prompt. Guest lecturer is Professor Olutayo C. Adeshino, FNAL, Head Department of History, University of Ibadan. Lecture topic: In Search of a Nigerian Dream. Chairman of the occasion, Chief Kola Karim Agbaoye of Ibadan land. Let's celebrate 14 years of excellence. Splash FM, your integrity station.
Need to see the best performance in person?
With almost 100,000 Instagram followers and over 100,000 followers on Twitter. Wow! And more than 250,000 followers on Facebook. Our followers are our greatest assets. Join our social media family for breaking news, daily information, and giveaways. On Instagram and Twitter at Splash FM 1055. On Facebook at www.facebook.com/Splash FM 105.5.
Move your body to the groove as you dey feeling this bedroom. Anywhere you dey, forget about your age, banana. It no matter who you be, you better go enter body. It no matter where you dey, I beg you start to jolly. Different groove, we dey shelele. Now we get the vibe, yo yo. Enjoyment, yapa, celebration, na na na. Give me that smooth groove.
If you think sharp, man, drink smooth. Oh.
Splash FM 105.5.
All right, it's still talking points on Splash FM here in the city of Ibadan. Are you still there? Okay, if you're still there, you can let me know that you're there. 0809 155 1055, 0805 699 8678, and 0706949 3000. Someone knocking here. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon, Mr. Mike.
You're welcome to Talking Points on Splash FM. What's the name, please?
I'm Jide. I'm calling from Mokola.
Jide from Mokola. Let's talk, Jide.
From Mokola.
Yes, sir.
Now, on the Southern Governors Forum, I think it's a typical politician way of acting. People should never trust politicians. They always defend their self-interest, and they never speak. So that's that on them. On PIB, there are two things in that bill that makes me laugh. Now, the 3%, 5% thing, that is, even if a pipeline passes through your state, you'll be entitled to it. That was the first one. The second one is 30% of the operational fund given to newly exploring sites, which crude has not been found before. Maybe they're exploring for another crude there. Now, we all know about the Chad Basin, and somewhere in Bauchi, maybe Niger State or something like that. Now, those states too will be given 30% of money coming from the Niger Delta to develop those places. You see, I think the bill needs to be revisited. That's just my observation. So thank you.
Thank you very much for that. Okay. Let's see how it goes. Okay. 0809 155 1055. Just one more call before I bring my my guys back to the microphone, really, so that, for wrap-ups. And essentially want to go back to the matter of, the market there. The question for me will be, how resolute should be the government, in terms of putting these things up? Because it looks like we're always allowing markets to spring up. I don't have any argument, just like you guys said that people, one even told us that, you want to dash to the market and all that. But then there should be safeguards. That's my own major concern. And it looks like I've seen many informal markets. I like to use the word informal to describe them, where you see that they are essentially vulnerable. So if we cannot chase them away because they are pursuing their livelihoods, we should be able to do something. What would that thing be, really, Goki?
We should make a provision to put them in better environment. Make them understand that their safety comes first before their business. And I think if you put that in place, and if any of these sites needs relocation, make them understand. Like I've always been saying, and like you always say, we lack communication. We should communicate with the people. They will understand. If I'm fighting for you, I make you understand that your life is endangered. We don't want to lose people again.
That's all. One.
Oh, well, what you call informal markets can actually become formal if there's communication, like he said, and the government takes it up. Protect the area. I mean, every community, a specific kilometer walk should have a place where they can buy and sell.
Yeah.
Not just a general market.
I agree with you.
So those informal markets can actually be converted to formal settlements.
So you need money to do that. Economic crunch is still with us.
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
Yeah. Okay. You know how funny all this money comes out when it's time for political rallies and the rest.
So you're trying to spend some money to do that. How much tax? So we go back to tax now. How much tax do you collect from those places? For instance, the Gbagi International Market, the Bolagi International Market, the old Gbagi, new Gbagi. How much does the government make from there? How much does the government make from these markets to be able to say we're committing this amount to it? You see, so we have a lot of work to do, really. We have a lot of work to do, and that's where a challenge we are throwing to the government, to see how they can, make something out of the situation, keep the people safe, because Section 14 of the 1999 Constitution as amended says that the safety, security, and welfare of the people shall be the primary responsibility of government. So while government is trying to, govern, it should also consider the fact that the people need to be safe. So those are two important items that you need to put together in the same package for you to consider yourself a responsible and responsive government. Okay, one Afro Nelly, welcome again. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And okay, thank you also.
It's always nice to be here, Micah. We should do the needful and be safe.
Okay, so the needful is to say that we are going and we are returning to the microphone tomorrow at 3 o'clock on the program Talking Points. But meanwhile, Ibadan News Update at 4 o'clock. And afterwards, game on. Copa we. Okay, so Catherine is in the studio. Never mind. Okay, so my name is Michael Olatunbosun. Make sure you do everything within your power to make this nation better. That also includes supplying ideas to those in government. If you have any ideas as to how we can make things happen, okay, I am in for that. So if you have any ideas as to how we can make Oyo State, for instance, better, send the idea to me. We can always engage on it and also get the government to respond to it. Be certain of that. Okay, so do not dump refuse in the waterways also. Enjoy the rest of the day.